All right. So the concept of acting black, that is it's a thing that exists on this planet in society. Now, of course, whenever I say acting black, because like that's a really pejorative, racist type of phrase, if you want to put it lightly, it means, acting in a southern, just a southern accent, essentially. Having a southern accent and being black means you're acting black. And acting how southern accented black people would act in said society. And if you don't know it, it's obvious, like, like listen to any like I don't know any rappers anymore. I don't listen to much music anymore. Like listen like any like Florida or like Texas or even like Atlanta rapper. That's essentially like the acting black personality there. Also, committing crimes, being mad at everything, aggressive, every single negative stereotype that you can think of a black person. That's essentially what the acting black labels you at. And this ties very well to the sexuality segment I just had like literally 2 seconds ago. Subverting expectations to become the model minority is such a thing to aspire to be, because again, if you step out of line or even like stumble on a word or just like have an off day, then you are representative for why your race is as bad as everyone says it is. You know, and that's a really weird thing to say, right? Because like if you like fuck up and misread something, you're like, oh, so they were right about black people that can't read. Ha ha ha. Like what? We can't make mistakes, bro. Like, is that what we're doing here? Like, is that what we're really doing here? Like, come on, bro. And so like that exists, right? And as you can tell, I don't have that much of a black accent at all. I barely say the N word either. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, if my whole example is this: like, I don't say it so I can be like, if I don't say it at all, how come you can't say it? Not that hard. But you know what I mean? That's my whole concept behind that. And since I don't act or talk in that manner, and that means I'm one of the good ones. Not necessarily, but that's the same impression that they give off. Because like if I'm talking articulate or talking as if I'm not from the South, that means I'm less of a black person because I don't act like everyone else thought people were. Now, this reminds me of, okay, I'm gonna step out of my expertise bubble, but this reminds me of like how when some Native Americans like being called Indian, and they like be called that even though like colonizers came and genocided all the Indians and mistaken them for Indians when they're actually Native Americans. It's like that, right? It's like it's a negative thing that is permeated and stained on your being, and you just live with it now. So acting black is now equatable and equivocable with just being uneducated and basically not articulate at all. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. And so that's why even when you're coming from the black side of things, when they say you're not acting black enough, they're essentially trying to say you're not acting like the stereotypical standard of a black person that the white people, the white supremacists up top have told everyone else down below and us to consume and approve of. And because you don't fit in those parameters, then you are no longer what you claim to be or look like you are. You know what I mean? And I feel like I had if you know what LARPing is, like live action role playing, I've had multiple like occasions where like I'll be in middle school, like, God damn it, I wish I was blacker. I wish I was fucking, out there in the streets just doing what I want to do. And I would, go to like um my dad's side of the family, and I would relive my fantasy there. It was a very weird, very odd, very spoiled esque feeling to it. It's essentially like if a white guy was like, God damn it, I want to be more country. I can't. How come I can't never be goddamn country? And then they go out and meet with their Uncle Buck, whatever, and they like mud shoot and then like catch fish with their dicks open, like it's like that type of stuff, right? You're relating to that, and you want to be that, but you can't be that due to your class, and that's mainly the problem here, right? The whole like negative stereotype of black and white people is mainly in regards to the poor side of both races, right? So it's almost like, hear me out, society is ingrained to be classist, and that classist distinction makes it funnier to make fun of people who act differently from those who aren't as educated or who do not have as much income, pretty much. They're set there to demean people. And if people up top, you know, the richer white people, richer black people who aren't acting as if they should be acting, they aren't acting as if they should be, you know, like people with money, you know, the good people, then they get referenced and called to their poor class. And like white people just acting like they don't have any sense of the money, rednecks. Black people just the N-word, or thugs, or criminals. I mean, and that whole sense. So I always felt like I wasn't authentic enough to become the black person, despite, you know, having the black skin. It took a while to actually get to the point where, like, okay, it doesn't fucking matter, you know, doesn't fucking matter. Like, I am what I am, and I can't help what I am. I can't help how I sound like or how I do my things. I can't help my mannerism. It just is. It just exists. I didn't choose to be where I'm at. Okay, I didn't choose anything at all when I was born. Nothing. It was like if you were playing Skyrim, just like random preset, random name, random race, and then you just went off for the story mode. You couldn't choose anything. You had to go like that, and that's how it works. And accepting that is kind of hard in a sense, right? Because like you're still stuck in that fact where it's like, oh, don't speak black on both sides, and that's such a weird thing to even get. Like, so I can't even like speak if I getting criticized here. Like, what are we doing here? Again, like, what are we actually doing here? It's like one of those scenarios. But how I deal with it now is essentially, you know, it's basically what I took from my incel days. Like, be comfortable in your own skin. At the end of the day, people still are going to judge you whether or not you like it, and you just have to minimize those judgments and just keep moving on. Delete the messages. You know what I'm saying? End the process, end the task manager of which that insecurity bog in your mind. I mean, just go, just keep going, because like life's too short to be worrying about whether or not you're authentic enough for people who don't generally give a fuck about you. Yeah, basically that's my whole take on being black, acting black, talking black, thinking black, breathing black, and eating black.